Alright everybody, Baron here and welcome to my first, I believe this is my first VR game on the channel, playing on the Oculus Rift. This is Vox Machinae. 4 teams of 4 mechs, incredible maneuverability. So I want to say a big shout out to Oculus Rift for sponsoring this video and basically hooking me up while I was at PAX East in Boston to check this game out. I even got to bring 2 of my buddies. We all got to play together. It was awesome. If you want to learn more about Oculus Rift, about Oculus Game Days, about what gear they got and what games are available, click the link in the video description below. And thank you, because that supports the channel. Moving forward, this game is quite fun. While I was at Oculus Rift's Game Days in PAX, I got to play a few other games. I got to play Vacation Simulator. They also had a bunch of other VR games like Blind, Paper Valley, and Space Junkies. Quick note, PAX was cold, and you know about the PAX box? If my voice sounds a little bit different, it's because I got a lozenge in, and I don't know. I hope I didn't get the PAX box, but I definitely don't feel 100%. So, I want to say this game was fun, and I liked how, even though it was VR, you know, you got to sit down, and it fit really well. I didn't feel like I got nauseous, I didn't feel like I got dizzy. VR gaming has come such a long way. Speaking of which, VR gaming, like, I feel like when it first came out, you know, when it first became mainstream and popularized and you could buy these sets commercially, you know, that they were incredibly expensive. Now you can get one for like 400 bucks. And there's so many games to play. It feels like when you talk to game developers now, all the hot stuff is like, oh, we want to make VR games because that's just like the hot item, right? But this game is sweet. So with my left hand, I get to control my forward momentum as well as my lateral movement of the main body. My head in the VR headset itself is kind of controlling where my aiming reticle is, except when I'm in this sniper scope. Look at this guy, I'm powering up and fire it. Yeah, right in the head, mate. Nice shot. But anyway, yeah, moving around, the aiming reticle is all in my head, so you can see it's very intuitive. I'm overheating right now. Whenever you hear that like warning klaxon, that left bar, that yellow bar, shows the overheat. And I chose a very heavily weaponized mech, so it is kind of easy to overheat at times. So I got to play 2 games in a row, and I did very well on my second one. This one, I feel like I was doing all right, but my second one, I really came into my own. If you want to see more, let me know, because this game is fun. There's a slight issue in the quality of my second video, but I still think it's more enough to use for a video. That being said, I think I want to do more VR content on this channel. There's a lot of really cool games. I really like mechs, and I gotta be honest, like, this game was a ton of fun. And since I didn't feel fatigued by the weight of the headset, you know, on my head and neck after playing for a good 30 minutes, and I didn't feel like I got dizzy or nauseous or anything. Oh man, he's taking my legs off right now. I think I may have just lost my left leg. So I kind of fell over there. So now I have to use jetpacks. And there we go, I knocked him off. If you see that little capsule fly up, the little escape pod, that means that's a kill right there. So even though he heavily damaged me, I was able to knock out the enemy, right? So on the left hand, that little screen down below is obviously the radar. Red dots are bad, white dots are friends. And I don't know why I need to aim for this guy. You know, we're still a little rusty, but look at that guy. That guy looks like he has kind of one of those like cow plows on the front, like that you'd see on a train. He's weaker armor, buddy. And I'm just peppering him with missiles. But I should be using, there we go, there's another one. So even when down, you can use your jetpack to maneuver. But it is kind of cool to shoot the legs off of enemy mechs and see them kind of crumple to the ground before you knock them out. And look at this guy, he's one of the lighter ones trying to sneak up on me, and I think I'm like, I hope I take him out. Come on, man. No, look up! Fires the missiles! But you have to kind of lead your target depending on where they are. Oh, this guy's going down, isn't he? Yeah, dude, look at that. That's a hat trick right there with only one leg. Who says you need legs to be a mech? I mean, you definitely highly prefer them. It was just so fun. And I got to try out a few, like 2 or 3 different mech classes. You kind of had the faster recon type that was more maneuverable. I chose the heavy and the medium class because I wanted a lot of firepower. I just wanted to be able to look and crush enemy mechs, right? So, by the way, if you do want to see a second video, I have enough content to make another one. It looked great, it sounded great, It played great, and there I am. Basically, I just got knocked out. It was about time. And here you go. You can see briefly my mech in the background looking gorgeous, kind of the hangar bay. You can see what the teams are. I could change my mech if I wanted to. There we go. Here's the 5 different classes that were available. The hopper and the heavy were the ones I decided to go with, and they're called grinders. I mean, this is one of those games I feel like I could like Blitz and C-Top and Dre and IGP and just like go ham, you know, if we could all get in on it. I mean, it's definitely 4 teams of 4, right? I did get to play Vacation Simulator, and everyone, like my buddy C-Top was saying, who's a big VR channel, a lot of people were saying like, oh man, you gotta check out Job Simulator. And or Vacation Simulator, which is from Alchemy Labs, who made Job Simulator. They're making Vacation Simulator. Vacation Simulator was a lot of fun, and I could definitely, I'm definitely seeing the hype of VR stuff. Before, it just seemed like it was gonna tax my computer, setting it up was gonna be tricky, and buying all the equipment was gonna be so expensive. And I really like how accessible VR gaming is becoming, and that's also kind of, you know, moving me to kind of act on like, hey, with the amount of titles coming out for VR gaming, and with how devs, this is me using the jetpack, it's so much fun. You know, I can see why it would be, you know, just so much fun to like get into VR gaming, because I think it's gonna be a big thing moving forward. And if you saw the movie Ready Player One, I mean, if you're like me, you're like, that is like the pinnacle of gaming experience, at least theoretically, right? This huge virtual reality world in which, you know, it's like real life, but not at the same time. You know, like there's this whole online community. Everybody's tied into the same community. Here I'm using a nice vantage point. I'm seeing a lot of mechs down there. There's like at least 6. Yeah, it looks like 6. 4 on a team. And here's what happens when, you know, you can find a nice little vantage point to shoot at 4 enemy mechs on the same team, all walking into this like canyon area. And I've got my laser on my left and then some missile pods on the left and right. But with all that weaponry, it definitely gets things overheating. But nobody seems to be aware of my sniper position. If I kind of went for a more sniper mech, that would have been good. I thought somebody saw me here, but I think he was just trying to strafe one of the guys in the air and missed. And my kind of like, since this was my second game, I think what I should have been doing is using that laser and concentrating not on their main bodies, but instead on their legs. That would have been a lot smarter. And I think maybe, do I do it yet? At some point, I'm like, that was a great idea. But, like, I was surprised at how easy it was to control these things. So the Oculus Rift now, like, the controller's even a lot better. They have this protective ring around them, which, like, oh, look at that armor fall off. There's a jettison as a noise kill. And I got 3 more. And this is me overheating, not getting wrecked. Fear thee not, I shall return. There's also there's extra buttons added on the controllers, and I'm not sure how long they've been, but since I played VR, you know, it's been updated for the better for sure. Oh, here I'm jetpacking over. A little aerial battle? Nope. This is me a little overzealous. Let's see. Oh, and I damaged my legs on that. But you can see all the people in the background, man. They had this cool warehouse space. They had, I don't know, they must have had at least like 20 VR things set up. I put out some tweets saying like, hey, come check this out if you're at PAX. But I'm just really, I gotta say a big thank you to you guys, our community here, because without your support, I wouldn't have had this opportunity, which was so cool to be able to go here, to have a sponsored video by Oculus Rift, who's making great tech, to play a really cool game and get my buddies involved with it, all while we're visiting PAX in Boston. Like, that was a surreal moment for me. That was so much fun. And I really want to play this game now. Gosh, just watching it makes me want to play it. But I'm curious about Vacation Simulator. What VR games are you guys excited for that are coming out? And like, what system are they going to be on? This is definitely one I want to play right now. Vacation Simulator's not out yet, and I want to play that as well. Those are the 2 I got to check out. I didn't get to check out Blind or Paper Valley or Space Junkies. I think Paper Valley was all about like paper airplanes or something, which is an interesting concept when you think about it. Once again, thank you Oculus Rift. It was fun. My second gameplay, I think I got like north of 10 kills. I think I like wiped out an entire team by myself, man, because I really started focusing on the weak points of the mechs ambushing them, using the terrain to my advantage. And my team was working out very well. And look at this guy right here. So this was kind of when I'm like starting to figure it out. I'm starting to feel myself, you know, I'm starting to be one with my mech. And I'm like, I'm gonna jump right down here and then flank him. Hello, buddy. But he kind of jettisons there. And there we go, he's knocked out. That was fun. I mean, VR really is the future of gaming, isn't it? It really is. I'm trying to think, they have RTS games where you get to like move the pieces around the board and like send your commands. There's like almost any kind of simulator you want is gonna be VR for sure. Look at this poor guy. He's in, see, you gotta get the high ground, man. Boom, got he. Look at that, I think I have one leg right now. That guy must have knocked my leg off. But I'm using this to kind of get out of the way. And then I kind of barrel right into it. But I do have the support of my friends here. If I would, why am I not just unloading? Oh, I think what it is, I may have lost my left weapon systems. Yeah, I lost my left arm, I think. Yeah, so I've only got my right leg and my right arm. So once again, walking wounded here, but still able to be combat effective to a certain degree. Got to play Vacation Simulator. The questions for the day for you guys, Barons Brigade, are, boom, victory. What VR games are you most excited for upcoming? Do you have a VR set? Do you think they're too expensive right now? Or are you, like me, kind of seeing how the price has gone down so much to make them far more accessible? There's also a little walkie-talkie that you could use to communicate with your friends with, which I probably should have done more, but man, I was in the zone. So here's a little bit of the second video. You can see the video quality is a little bit different. I think in transferring it from the Oculus Ready PC that they had, which was pretty sweet. I didn't know they had those things. It's almost like a console you could run these VR headsets from. Look at this sniping position, man. This is the game I'm feeling myself, but if you want the second video, this is where it's gonna come from. And I'm using the heavy mech right here, and it is just great. And I feel like I just had a much better command of my mech. And I really love to use the little, like, sniping. You can see that, the gears. You know, I think you had like 4 forward gears, I think you had 2 reverse gears, and then you have the parking gear. So much like driving a car, except it's a bipedal mech. And anyway, it is cool. It is cool stuff, man. So this is Oculus Rift Game Days. Thank you, Oculus, for sponsoring the video. Vox Machina 4v4 Mech Warfare. Who wants more VR content and more Mech VR content on the channel? Let me know. Hello, buddy. This is called an ambush. See? Oh yeah, dude, that's just, we're cutting it there. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next video.